Hey, we're back in Delacroix, Louisiana with Jason Catchings. And the last time we were here, it was brutally cold, and it's brutally cold again. I guess we'll talk to scheduling about that. But the good news is, these fish probably haven't fed much the last couple of days. It's dropped out probably 20, 25 degrees in water temperature, and not in water temperature, but in atmospheric temperatures, and the water column has dropped down probably 7 or 8 degrees. But the good news is all the clouds are gone, Jason. The sun is shining, and you and I both know when that happens and the wind lays down, these big girls out here in the marsh get real sporty.
They get real sporty, Ray. You know, we've had 3 days of terrible conditions with wind, weather, cold, post-frontal conditions. Today is our first day that we're going to have some real clear skies, no wind. The fish just come up and eat. We had an outgoing tide all night long, warm water coming in, sun all day long. As the day goes, it should just get better and better. It
could be just an epic day of sight fishing. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all stay tuned. I think this is going to be fantastic. Springtime fishing is what it is. You're going to have to deal with a cold front usually about once every 3 days. It's been pretty mild all winter until now because we have a camera in the boat. That's why. You can thank me. Thankfully, Jim Cantori didn't show up. He was busy in Buffalo, New York or something like that. But we had great sight fishing conditions today. We had bright sun for the most part, light to variable winds, and it set up perfectly for what we wanted to do. Jason, it's looking pretty good, man. We've got the sun is going to be shining all day. Tide is coming in.
Bring in clean water.
The wind is laid down tremendously.
Tremendously.
Now all we got to do now
is perform.
That could be the difficult part.
That could be, with the two of us in the boat together.
Thank God there's still a few fish around that are stupid.
That's right.
Yeah. This reminds me of the old tournament days, man.
Look over there, there's one.
Yeah. Don't move.
Don't move. Look over there. Oh, we ought to see one right here.
We started off the day with the thought that, you know, this is going to set up perfectly for sight fishing opportunity. We decided that we'd go ahead and try to catch a few on conventional tackle, and if conditions warranted, we'd get the old fly rod out at some point. And I'll tell you what, we weren't disappointed. I mean, it was on almost immediately. Jason pulls us into this one pond. We put that Minn Kota down. I don't think we went 50 feet, and a big old pumpkin showed itself.
There's one. Catch that fish. A little to the right of him.
Whoop, got it. Get you some of that, brother man.
I know. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking for another one.
Get up out of that grass. Look at him bury up in that moss.
Yep. Here, let me get down there.
Doing his redfish thing, man. Come on, pumpkin. You bit the wrong cricket. Oh, look at the colors of this dude. Get off the gill plate. The leader's on his gill plate, Jason. There we go. Ooh, look at that chub. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous fish right there. You got your pliers handy, he ate it too.
There, my. Here you go, here you go. I got him right here.
Okay, I've got him. Right. Look at the belly on that thing.
Big fat belly. Look at the head, it's short and thick on the top. And here's the best part, Ray. Look at this tail. So if you're a tournament angler,
look how square that is.
It's a square tail. There's no long points on the end. So these fish in here are not traveling a lot.
Yeah.
They're resident fish, they're not moving a lot. When you get out there in deep water and around rocks and stuff like that.
The upper lobe's real long.
It's long. And they're going to be long and skinny because they're moving in the current all the time.
And that's the difference for a tournament angler. Let's get this guy back in the water.
The Gypsy Angler with Ray Van Horn is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Miro Lure, turn on the bite anytime, tie on a Miro Lure.
Now, the guy I'm fishing with, Captain Jason Catchings, and I have a bit of a history, a competitive one. We've competed against each other in a number of professional redfish tours. Jason owns and operates hunting and fishing adventures and lodges in multiple places in the world. For example, he's got a great lodge in Venice, Louisiana, one up here in Delacroix, which was a godsend, because originally we were going to go to Venice. And I can tell you that all the guys down in Venice sat on the porch today because of the way the wind was blowing in that location. The cool thing about Jason, if you book with Jason, he's going to take you to the best venue to ensure your success as an angler, whether it's plug, spin, or fly.
Right there. He's right there. See? Look right on that rod tip where that shaky rod is. He's going to the right.
That one?
That one. Yo, I got you. I got everything taken care of.
There we go. They are liking that little thing right there, buddy. Look how pretty that guy is. Come here, Jasper. Look at the leeches on his fins.
Leeches there. He's just in that mud crawling around.
That's where they get those leeches. They get down there in that mud trying to get warm, and doesn't seem to affect him.
No, I mean, he's a healthy fish. I mean, very, very healthy.
Other than a few hitchhikers.
But look at his tail too. Look at the
Square.
Square and the pretty blue right there. The iridescent blue coming out in him.
They're just extraordinary fish.
They're amazing fish.
And from a game fish perspective, the only thing they don't do is jump. But man, they are bulldogs. They'll give you a heck of a fight, pound for pound. They're just a blast.
And we saw that fish 20 yards away. He made a perfect cast. He came and ate it. And I mean, that's what it's about, being able to see him and hunt him. It's hunting, but you can release it at the end of the day.
Yeah, when you pull the trigger on a shotgun, it's pretty much over.
That's right.
Not that I'm against it.
No, 100%.
But it's kind of nice to be able to do this too. All right.
I don't want to land on him. There he is.
Dude, that is just too much. Just got to throw it up there and let them come find it like they like to do. Look at that.
That's a good one, my man.
People don't think these bay boats will get skinny. Look at the head on this animal. Look at that fatty. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Hey Jason, that fish was probably in 8 to 10 inches of water. And a lot of people think that this is a 25 footer. I know you run a big 26 as well. And the versatility of these boats is amazing, flat amazing.
Ray, you know, I think a lot of people think when you come to Louisiana, you have to have a poling skiff. But the bay boats that are being designed now float very shallow. They're very comfortable. They're great fishing platforms. And if you have to make a long run, you can.
Yeah, they're versatile boats.
Ray, I think that's something that you and I have learned over the years that, yeah, we love a poling skiff, but now with the bay boats being as versatile as they are, you really almost can have one boat that does it all now.
The Gypsy Angler with Ray Van Horn is brought to you by Frigid Rigid Coolers, the last cooler you'll ever buy. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Power Pole, shallow water anchor.
I can tell you this, I've been with a lot of great captains over the years, a lot of great guides. This guy's in the top, without a doubt. His professionalism, his attention to detail, he's a great coach. He's got unbelievable vision and eyes as far as a sight fisherman goes. He's a pleasant guy to be in a boat with all day, so that's kind of nice.
There's one right there, right there. Going left. Perfect, perfect. Get him, yeah!
That was him that was mudding.
Don't let him whoop you, bro.
God, are there any skinny redfish in this country?
You got him?
There you go, bro. Now that's a 25, 26 inch fish. Look how square that tail is. Good shot on him, dude.
Yeah, he came after it.
Pow, man.
But you know, here's the difference. I've been throwing a paddle tail.
Yep.
You've been catching them on a straight tail. I put a straight tail on. First fish I see, they eat.
All right, let's get that guy back in the pool.
Usually these fish down here will chase a motion bait. We tried a little bit of that, Jason did. They just gave him the fin. And I have a default lure that LNS Tackle Mirror Lure makes, and that bait is called a Little John. And it looks like nothing, looks like a stick. It's less than 4 inches long, and all it is just a straight shape. They didn't want anything that moved too crazy.
Jason, that was awesome, man. I tell you, we're catching a lot of them on a jig with this Little John tail, but the wind's about laid out. These fish are starting to get up a little higher. Would you mind scouting me a little bit so I can throw a flat rod?
I'd love to let you catch one on the buggy whip.
All right, man, let's do it. Cool.
If somebody said you can only do one kind of angling the rest of your life, and it's the most frustrating, but it's the most rewarding, and that's fly fishing. And whether you're an expert or a novice, this place is so rewarding because you get multiple shots typically. And even for a guy that, I mean, I was off my game today. You'll see it in the footage. I messed up a few. Matter of fact, there was some comments about that in the peanut gallery.
Oh. Come on, Ray. God. He goes like this, he goes.
You choked that one.
Huh?
You choked that one.
I did. I haven't done this in so long, I'm so excited.
There's one going away.
There's one right here.
Easy.
Big old head.
You better pick it up and put it back in front of him.
You're kidding me.
Ray, will you let him weigh down on it? You can feel the little weight on him. Well, that's one way to do it. Welcome to Louisiana fly fishing.
I just came falling with about a foot of line on, man.
Oh, my boy, Ray.
Hey, dude, it's never pretty, but it gets done. How about that for technique?
It's beautiful. The first two sucked. The fish did what they were supposed to, but my angler, he wasn't very good.
I'm telling you, man.
But I still love you.
Thank you.
Come here.
It wasn't pretty, but he's in here. Listen, we're gonna post that video up here and say, look, if this Googan can catch one, anybody can come and do this. Now that fish tried to eat my fly, and I strip set it away from him.
You did, and I almost died.
Yeah, and then he's still looking for it. And so you just never give up. And the lesson there is your eyes deceive you. You think it's in there good enough, and you gotta pause just a moment.
And it's almost better to let him turn away.
Exactly.
And then set the hook on
And
him.
if you got those kind of patience, you can be a surgeon.
That's right.
All right, dude. Thank you. Go make some more redfish.
The Gypsy Angler with Ray Van Horn is brought to you by Dick Norris GMC, the preferred truck dealer of the Gypsy Angler. Bob's Machine Shop. Go fast, go shallow, go efficient.
I don't know what you do, man. When you see a redfish open its face and eat that thing, I got to strip set it. Those fish were following that bait. It was a head-on shot, and it's hard to discipline yourself until that fish gets tight or turns, which is the better geometry for setting the hook. I get excited just like you do. If you don't get excited about this visual game of sight fishing, I don't know, there's no hope for you. Take up golf, you know. That's all I got to say about that.
I just don't know which way. There you go. You're right on top of him. He turned. He ate it. You got him, dude. Right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Put me in, Coach.
I was looking for a substitute.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
How fun is that?
Dude, it's the holy grail. For me, I'm not saying I've got everything else mastered, but this is the hardest way to catch them.
Oh,
But it's the most gratifying.
100%.
Most gratifying, without a doubt. To sight fishing,
And you get to see him eat?
yeah. See, I hesitated on that one because I wanted to make sure he had it, Coach. Okay, there's a big old head on that thing. Look at that. You know, I get to be the one in the tower or on the polling platform all the time. It's special when I get to be on the pointy end. And I'll tell you what, I appreciate it.
It's a total different experience when you go from getting to show people where fish are to being able to do it yourself. The other part is when you don't do it all the time, you got to work back through those mechanics that we just talked about
Yep.
because you're in a total different mindset.
Bright sun post front. It's a crab pattern's always been my best default pattern, bar none. Let's go ahead and get him back in the
Okay,
pond.
perfect.
Post frontal conditions, where I live in Florida, the same thing applies. We utilize those same baits. And that is a wonderful way to catch fish most of the time, but really after a cold front, it's my go-to bait.
He's laying down in that hole right there, close. There you go. He's coming facing us. Strip. He's coming into the closer hole. Strip, strip. You're right beside him.
Good job, brother. Combat fishing. I say that now it's clear.
The super orange blue tail,
Square tail on that one too.
very square tail. Just a great species.
Just unbelievable. What do you think, dude?
And feel how warm he is. He's warming up.
Yeah. Getting more aggressive,
More aggressive,
hunting.
hunting. He's hungry.
Beautiful fish. I think we should go back to the house and get some gumbo.
I agree.
Awesome. This place is changing, and it's still incredible, but the land mass is going away from erosion from storms over the years. They're trying to put together some projects to stem the tide, if you will, on this erosion situation. But I can tell you that almost 25 years ago when I first came here, there was so much more land mass. The marsh was totally different. Ponds were very uniform 25 years ago. Now they're broken marsh, and the ponds are not configured like they were back in the day. So sure, things change. And but the one thing that does remain the same, the people are colorful. They're really nice people down here, the Cajuns, the Creoles, whatever you want to call them. The food is ridiculous. Plan on bringing your fat boy pants with you because you're probably going to be bigger when you leave than when you started. And I haven't had a chance to do any hunting down here, but they say that's just remarkable too. So it is truly the sportsman's paradise, and I look forward to coming back.